What's up, y'all? It's the penalty. Penalty TV, season 2, episode 8. And I just want to talk about how you know how people, like, as soon as they come across good fortune, or like they hit the lotto, or you know what I'm saying, they land a good job, the first thing that come out of their mouth is I'm blessed, or thank you God, or thank you Jesus, or thank you whatever that they praise. And they should thank themselves instead. I feel like, like people get a new house, or they get a new car, and the first thing that they think is God. And in my opinion, I think that's wrong. First and foremost, before I go deeper into that topic, I'm gonna give y'all my perception of God. Not the popular perception of God, but my own perception of what I believe God is, and what purpose God serves on this planet, in my opinion. Nobody else's opinion, my opinion. I feel like anything peaceful, anything that can move on its own and create life is the only evidence of God that I see on this planet. Like the plants, the animals, the insects, good humans. Not all humans, but good humans. I feel like all of these things are evidence of God, like of some type of supernatural force that we as humans cannot fully understand. I feel like, and whatever signs of the so-called devil that we like to like we like to talk about is well, first and foremost, I don't believe the devil is some red guy with horns with a pitchfork sitting in a fucking dungeon of hell and waiting for bad people to go down there and stuff like that. I don't believe in all of that stuff. Just like I don't believe that God is some old man up in the sky that protects humans. I don't believe that shit either. And the reason why I do is quite obvious. I don't see why anybody else can't see it too, but like too many innocent people done suffered and got raped and killed and stuff like that. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that all of those heinous acts are part of God's plan. You cannot fucking sit here and say that and fucking live your life believing that bullshit. But unfortunately, the majority of the world believe that's exactly what God, does. They feel like, well, the first thing that come out their mouth is like, oh, well, I'm sure God had his reasons. I'm sure God has his reasons why that little girl got chopped up in little pieces and raped. Like, what the fuck? That shit does not make any sense, in my opinion. Like, and it makes me upset just thinking about that shit. And anytime somebody like me comes along and brings a new idea that may not be popular like that, people try to shoot it down and make you seem like you crazy or you wrong. And like, man, on some real shit, nobody is right about this topic 100%. I feel like things like God and the devil and stuff like that, none of that shit can really be proven until we die. Like, that's the only way, like, we don't know if there's a heaven and a hell until we finally go, like, there's no proof of an afterlife. Like, people say that they see ghosts and spirits and shit. I've never seen no ghosts or spirits, so I can't sit here and say that they exist, So, but people can believe whatever they want to believe. I'm not trying to convert anybody, I'm not trying to change your way of thinking. I'm just telling you what my way of thinking is. You don't have to follow it. I don't want you to fucking follow it automatically if that's not what you truly feel, So, I feel like evidence of the devil is more like these evil people that's controlling the world, that's putting all this poison in our food and our medicines and the water that we drink and the air that we breathe, and these motherfuckers at HARP controlling the weather and creating natural disasters and shit. You know, like I believe all of that are signs of the devil. You know, and that's just what I believe. And a lot of other people believe that shit too, but they may not be able to come out and say it because they're scared of what their family might think or what their friends might think, you know, or what just society in general may think. And but that's on them, you know, like me, I'ma say what's on my mind. I'ma tell you how I feel. If you don't agree with it, then so fucking be it, you know? I agree with it. And that's all that matters to me. You know? So I feel like when money comes out, you know, like when it comes to money, like people just feel like money is like the ultimate sign of God and stuff. Like, okay, like people hit the lotto or whatever and shit. They thank God and shit, and like, or like, they just feel like God created money, you know? Like there was never a time where money didn't exist and people just you did, you know, got things in different ways and shit. Like everybody got it in their heads right now that we all need money to survive in the world. And in a lot of ways we do, but in a lot of ways we don't. You know, like we can use solar panels for electricity and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we can grow our own fucking food. You know what I mean? Like there's so many other ways we can eliminate paying bills every motherfucking month or every week or whatever fucking, you know what I'm saying, rate y'all fucking pay these bills or whatever. I don't fucking know. But I just feel like people just need to fucking stop using God and money and putting that shit together. Like, see, people believe that, most people in the world believe that the more money you have, the closer you are to God. And that's fucked up. You know, like they feel like people who don't have any money or don't have large amounts of money is like is less of a human than what they are. And that's fucked up too. Like a lot of people just look at the world this way and they look at life this way as if we can take this bullshit money with us, man. Like money don't mean shit to me like that, man. Like, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things in this world that I want. There's a lot of things in this world that I need, you know, and yes, money is the way to get those things in a lot of ways. However, I know that these things that I want in the world are not things that I can take with me if I was to die right now, or if I was to die a week from now, or a month from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. Like, I can't take none of that shit with me, man. When I leave this planet, yo, I'm going to be butt-ass naked. Nobody, none of this shit that you see on me, like these clothes, like the jewelry, none of this shit is going to matter, yo. And that's what people need to fucking realize, man. These things are just only designed to make us feel good inside while we're still alive. But when we die, the shit means nothing. You know what I mean? If you got a family or whatever, if you got kids, yeah, you can pass your stuff down to them. But what's stopping them from pawning in your jewelry and getting high off of it? Or fucking selling your house and getting high off of it, fucking your money up and shit. You know, like there's no way to fucking guarantee that your shit is going to be in a safe place, in good hands and shit. But the majority of the world believe that we can take all of this shit with us, man. And they should know better than that, man. I feel like the world should know better than that, man. But unfortunately, man, people like me just with these unpopular ideas and shit just constantly get ignored and pushed to the side and shit because our ways of thinking requires too much thinking. So they don't want to know who created time, or they don't want to like think of shit like that. Who created time? Who created the days of the week? Who created, you know what I'm saying, like the months in the year? You know what I'm saying? Like who decided on that there's 12 months in a year, or 7 days in a week, or 30 days in a month? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or 60 seconds every minute. You know what I mean? Or 24 hours in a day. Like, who the fuck designed all of that shit, yo? It wasn't no God that designed all that stuff. It was humans. You know what I mean? So when you think of it, how old are we really? You know, like I'm 28 right now, but in reality, am I really 28 years old? You know, I think of those things all the time, man. And people don't think of these things, man, but that's on them, man. That's why I stay to myself a lot, man, because I can't have these conversations with anybody. Who am I gonna have these conversations with? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's a few people in my family that I can have these conversations with, but they're not always available. You know, just like I'm not always available to them. So I don't know. I find myself being alone with a lot of things and shit. A lot of unpopular ideas that I hold that that people just people just don't like the fact that I hold them, and it's just, man, it just leaves a person by themselves a lot, man. It's not easy, you know. I'm not saying that the shit is easy at all, but the thing with money, man, is just, man, it's just like, man, people dedicate their entire lives on chasing money and obtaining material things and shit. They spend their whole entire life thinking that that's the ultimate goal for every human being, to have money, to have this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of fucking things that we don't fucking need, really. You know what I mean? A lot of things we don't fucking need, but just things that we want, things that entertain us, things that keep us busy, things that keep us from thinking the way that I'm thinking right now. You know? And it's sad, man. It's sad, really, man. It really is, yo. You know, because it's so much bullshit going on in the world, man, that people don't even fucking take time to think about, man. And when you think about it, man, a lot of people just don't have time to think about shit like this. You know, because they're constantly working and constantly doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. Like, it's just too many distractions in the world that's keeping us from realizing what's real and what's fake. You know what I mean? It's too much shit in the world distracting us right now. And the people who created these things to distract us, they know exactly what they're doing. That's why they're constantly putting new shit out every fucking year, like new video game systems and new cars and brand new clothes and this, that, and the third. Like, it's man, and people fall right for it, man. Like, they bust their asses at work just to get these things and shit. And then once they got them and shit, months down the line, they don't want the shit no more. It's like, damn, did you really dedicate all of your time and energy to bust your ass at your job and take that bullshit from your supervisors just to be entertained by something for 2 months? You know what I mean? Like, nobody thinks of that shit, though. Nobody really thinks of that shit, man. Because everything is instant gratification and shit. People only care about the moment. They don't think about what lies ahead and shit. They don't think about shit like that. All they care about is what happens right now and shit. It's the present. They don't think about the future. And that's the problem, man. It ain't enough people thinking ahead anymore, man. Because there's too many distractions in the world, man. It's too much shit, man. It's way too much shit, yo. It is, man. And it's fucked up, man. You know? Like, people rather, you know what I'm saying, watch videos than read a book nowadays, man. You can't pay a motherfucker to read a book nowadays. You know? Like, people just like, fuck that shit, yo. Like, man, it's just too much shit going on, man. And it's just like most of that shit is like going on, you know what I'm saying, right in front of us, but we're too fucking distracted by what goes on in the news and shit. You know, like this Ebola bullshit. Or like when cops kill like certain black people, like the Trayvon Martin shit. Like, you know, like yeah, that was a fucked up thing that happened, man, but black kids get killed every day. So what makes Trayvon so special? What makes Mike Brown so special? You know, Eric Garner. These people, like, man, people get killed all the time, yo. So why are these these certain individuals being publicized and shit, and the rest of these people that get killed every single day don't even be mentioned on the news and shit. It's terrible, man. It really is, man. And but people don't think about shit like that, man. People do not think about shit like that, yo. And that's what's wrong with the world, man. Nobody's using their brain anymore, man. And these things that's designed to distract us is killing our brain cells, man. This music that's out there, that shit is killing our brain cells too. Like, I'm not even going into that topic. I just wanted to put that out there real quick. But man, it's just too much shit going on right now, man. Like, and it's just distractions, shit to distract us, man. Like, it's some other shit going on that we as regular human beings are not gonna find out until it's too late, yo. Like, the whole shit with the Batman shooting that happened a while back. You know, like, that shit right there, what was a fucking distraction in a sense. You know, I'm not going in detail about what happened and all of that shit, you know what I mean? But, man, it's just, they just put new things out every fucking week, it seems like. Or, you know, and like, they put it all over Facebook, all over, you know what I'm saying, all over everywhere where they feel like millions and millions of people will fucking pay attention to it. That's where they put it at, you know, mainly on television, because they know millions and millions of people watch TV. Me, I don't watch TV. I haven't watched television since 2012. Like, I don't watch TV at all, my nigga. Like, I don't watch TV, period. You know, like, the only thing closest to watching TV that I do is like watching Netflix or watching YouTube movies on YouTube, or like, you know, like watching DVDs and shit like that, movies and shit. I don't watch these television programs and watching the news and all of that bullshit, cause I know that man, that's a waste of time, man. Like, when Obama went up against Romney and shit, you know, like like, and they had the big debates on TV, like, everybody was tuned into that bullshit. Like, why? Like, why are you watching that shit? That shit is like WWE. Like, they already know who the winner gonna be. That shit is predetermined, yo. That's just like watching football, like the Super Bowl and the NBA playoffs, like, or, you know what I'm saying, all of these, you know what I'm saying, major sports events and shit. Even WrestleMania and shit. Like, these things is like predetermined. Like, they already know who the winner gonna be. And yes, it is entertaining. But is it worth spending, like, you know what I'm saying, like like for WrestleMania, I forgot how much you gotta spend just to watch that pay-per-view. But what's the point of spending all of that damn money when they gonna put it on YouTube any damn way? You could save your money, you know what I mean? Or like these boxing matches and shit, the Floyd Mayweather and shit. Like man, motherfuckers is paying like mad money just to see the fight go down right when it happens and shit, instead of waiting a week or two to catch it on YouTube and shit. Like, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But see, people don't think, man. They at their jobs right now busting their ass because they want a particular material item right now, yo. You know, like, they might want a plasma screen TV, or they might be saving towards a car and shit. You know, but man, once you get that car and shit, like, and yeah, it may be nice to have and shit like that, man, but man, the novelty gonna wear off on that shit just like everything else, man. You know, it's gonna wear off, man. It's just like buying a brand new video game and shit. Like, after you done beat the game and shit, you don't want to really play that shit over and over and over again. Like, not too many video games have that replay value anymore. You know, like, a lot of the great video games was like invented back in the day and shit, man. Like, these new games out now, they straight, man, but they don't have too much replay value to it. You know, there's not really games you can play from beginning to finish, like over and over again. Like, they don't have replay value like that anymore. But man, people will spend $65 just to get the new NBA 2K game, or the new Mortal Kombat, or the new wrestling game, and you know what I'm saying, instead of waiting a couple of weeks till that shit goes down to like $35 or you know what I'm saying, or $25 and shit. Like, see, people need things instantly, man. And the only reason why they want things instantly is because everybody else want things instantly. See, people just want to keep up with everybody else, and that's the problem. See, people don't even know the definition of success. Success is not measured by what other motherfuckers is doing. Success is measured by what the fuck you're doing. It's not about keeping up with the next man and shit. Oh, he got a car, so I gotta get. It's like, oh, he got a Benz, so I gotta get a Benz. You're like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you get it when your time comes and shit, man. The same way that motherfucker got it, you can get it too. And that's what people need to realize, man. We need to stop comparing our success to other people's success. Like the way they got up the ladder may not be the same way you get up the ladder, man. Shit rolls out differently for everybody, man. Shit plays out differently, man. Everybody has their own life and shit, man. And everybody's chapters is not going to start and end the exact same way. And that's what people need to realize, yo. But damn, man, I've been talking for over 20 minutes and shit, man. I don't think I ever had a episode that damn long. But shit, I'm going to go ahead and stop this shit, man. This is Penalty TV, Season 2, Episode 8. And shit, that's it, man.